do, however, think that between public hearings and action items, that's an appropriate place to allow a few minutes of public comment. Give citizens one last chance to give us some guidance on their thoughts about action items that are coming in the meeting. Everything pretty much that's happened beforehand has had its own individual public comment opportunity, and it's going to perhaps extend the length of the meetings a little bit, but not dramatically, and not that we can't manage. I think the other rules that have existed should apply, the rules of decorum, the time limits, and I think that the comments could be on any agenda item or any other general topic of concern to the city to start the ball rolling in other projects, as occasionally happens. I think it's time to make an adjustment here. I doubt that it's going to change a whole lot of things. I think it opens up the council meetings to much more public participation. I don't think we're going to see a lot more of it if we do stumble onto a hot button issue, as we did about 3 years ago with the traffic enforcement issue. We could see a lot of folks, but we'd see a lot of folks for that issue whether we did this or not. So anyway, I think it's a good move. I think it gets us all on the same page, and at least it's one more step for citizens to have an opportunity to access the council with a last-minute thought on an item that they feel strongly about.
It's the only thing that I would possibly offer as a different alternative would be to provide the citizens with the opportunity to provide their public input, after the consent items. Just as we mentioned that, that we have that city staff who leave right after the consent items are approved or decided on. I think we should have the same courtesy extended to the citizens of Dubuque. If they are present to provide input, that they should also be near the front, so that way they can share their insight, be heard, and then they could also go on with the rest of their evening as well. But as far as the other recommendations, as far as time limit, decorum, definitely in full support of doing that.
Well, I'm very pleased with the outcome. I think for a number of years we've heard from citizens about wanting to see a change within our public input process, where it's also located within our agenda. And I think today we saw some very positive steps from this council being willing to make a change and move that up, and also to open up some of the guidelines as well by providing the citizens with the opportunity to speak on any agenda item, as opposed to not being able to speak to any that would have appeared on that night's agenda. And now, by moving the public input from the end of the council meeting to right behind public input, now we have the opportunity to hear from the citizens, find out how they feel about different topics before the city council takes any action on pending action items of that evening, which I think is a great thing.